Hey guys, how you doing? I hope you're all well, and I hope you've been having a good beginning of the year and getting settled into 2026. I'm not. There's a lot going on, but we're moving forward, right? I wanted to give you guys an update on everything that I've been working on, game dev wise. I haven't been posting as much as I would have liked in the last 2 months, so it's kind of giving you guys a full roundup of everything. I joined this one called the RetroPunk Jam. It was from January 30th to February 8th. It was low-life, high-tech cyberpunk theme, so absolutely amazing. Like when I saw that, I immediately clicked on it. And it was a week, and I was like, yeah, great, a week, like a good chunk of time for me to look up systems, like see what I want to make, get inspired, and also not feel pressured or like super rushed about it. So I decided to make a top-down shooter style game, kind of like games like Smash TV, Alien Syndrome. Shout out to Dan GameDev on YouTube. He has a really good Unity top-down shooter, kind of like no fuss, just make the assets. And I followed that and it was great. So I decided, okay, great, I'm gonna take this game, I'm gonna take this tutorial that I've been working on, and I'm gonna basically add other systems to it that I have been already kind of learning. So I figured I have 1 week, I have plenty of time to do this, it'll be great. After I had built the top-down shooter foundations, I thought this would be so cool if I could then have the character proceed into another level that's like a platformer, and the player could go from initially defeating and fighting the top-down monsters. He could then go into a platformer level, and what I'll do is that I'll just take systems from other tutorials that I've been doing, kind of like sew them together. And that's when I started struggling with how to tie up. Okay, so I set up a small wave manager, I've set up the enemy types. Now how am I going to transfer this to another player that has different mechanics? This is beyond currently this is beyond my pay grade, so I had to discuss it and kind of figure it out along with Deepseek, which is an AI program that I use in order to kind of balance ideas. My philosophy around AI is that I do not just regurgitate whatever it script pushes out on me without understanding, or at least figuring out how this works, how I can adapt it and change it, because I don't want to just tell the thing to print out exactly a script and then not have any idea how to go about changing it or understand it. I think that's crazy, because then what am I doing? So I was kind of bouncing back and forth with Deepseek about, okay, well then here's this script, how can you suggest how to interlace this level with the other, based with there's already this UI set up for it in the top-down shooter, but now I have this other UI that I made. And of course, after a couple of days, the scope creep got bigger and bigger, and I don't think I timed this as well as I would have. I kind of just jumped into it out of, I need to make a game jam because I need to keep doing things. And well, unfortunately I didn't actually finish this game jam, and I just stayed iterating and updating this game jam project, which at first is upsetting, because oh no, I failed at putting out a game at a certain amount of time, and it was a bummer, because I was oh, I thought I failed the main thing, which was to just put out a game, whatever condition, out there for others to see. But I just kind of got in my head about it. But honestly, it wasn't a failure. I I was chatting up with Deepseek, the AI, and I was just well, I don't think I'm gonna make it to the deadline, and I don't want to lose sleep this week. I really can't afford to do that. I got a lot going on. I just came to terms with it and made my peace and said, I'm just gonna not finish this game jam. But it wasn't all a failure, because I'm actually pretty proud that I got to develop a wave manager with configurable enemy waves. I made 3 enemy types. I made a chaser enemy, a shooter enemy, and an enemy that comes at you and just kamikazes you and explodes. I made a universal bullet system, which it uses names in order to detect the player and detect the tag of the enemy, and then it'll follow the specific logic. The door system, I made this this cool mechanic where, like, you know, once you defeat the enemies in one level, the door appears, and then you go through the door and you go to another level. The health system has invincibility and has flashing. And then audio manager. I made a little cool intro cinematic. This is a first for me, and I love it. As of right now, it's not totally working, but you know, it's there. What I struggled with was really tying two different modes together by following different tutorials and then not understanding how to attach those modes together. And that's where the game manager script comes in, and it sets up like which mode is currently playing, and so I got that to work, and that was really exciting. It was cool to have and develop a game manager, quote unquote, by myself, and really understand how it's working with the player health controller to take all the health information and go from one mode to another. Made some scene transitions, so it was kind of turning into a full design conversation with me and the AI, and so that was really interesting. And we kind of like built the systems together. It was cool because the dynamic that I enjoy with AI is that, which is like it's explaining why to me, and I'm also kind of like through further asking questions, I am understanding like how all these things work. And you know, maybe in the future I'll make a more detailed video about the wave manager, audio, or like the bullet system. You know, I can go more in depth in these little things. So that was a good experience. You know, it would have been nice to finish it. It would have been nice to, like, at the time when it was done, to like participate. I kind of got a little bit of FOMO from that, but that's okay. I'll publish it out now, and I'll check out, you know, all the other entries and give good feedback in good spirits, and continue my game dev journey and continue iterating. So yeah, I missed the point of the game jam, but I ended up actually getting a lot of knowledge and learning a lot. So lesson learned. The scope creep does happen, and the time management is the thing, but what the hell am I trying to say? I don't know. Like, I did this, you guys, and it was fun. I really enjoyed being elaborating with this Deepseek AI in order to like develop more further systems. I didn't finish the game jam like I wanted, you know, but that's okay. You know, there's future game jams out there, and I'm gonna keep iterating these systems. And at the same time, I plan to continue with the community and reach out there on Tropics. So I just wanted to give you guys a quick little update on what I've been up to. Things are good. I'm still around and I'm making video games. So yeah, guys, that's what I've been up to game dev wise. You know, I'm still making, you know, also like on my downtime, I'm making other games, and I'm iterating with multiple mechanics, but I'm doing it. I'm trying to do, so it's a learning process, right? And I'm embracing it, and it's been good. And what I want to tell you guys, I guess that's it, really. Like, just really let this game jam take over. I've been iterating on it more. I'll have something published on itch.io soon, but thanks for hearing me yap about this update. And, you know, let me know what you guys think. Have you guys been in this position where you start a game jam and you don't really finish it, and you kind of go off on a tangent and start developing your own kind of thing? I think sounds like it's something that happens to folks, but you guys posted. All right, guys. Love you, fam. Keep making games. Hope you're all well, and I'll post something soon and keep you guys updated on my journey, and take it easy. Thanks for watching this video, and if you feel inclined, check out the community Discord, and I'll see you guys soon.